Hey there, it's Tom the English Picker here, and I thought I'd do one of these year review things. Now, this is sort of about my life in general, reselling, eBay, the ups, the downs, this sort of thing. So it's going to be one of my usual sitting here monologues, and apologies if I sound a little bit different, I've got a stinking cold. So, I've had a good Christmas. Sales have been fantastic, which I can't knock. I mean, I turned my shops off for 2, 3 days, and that's about it. So, yeah, this year's been all right in terms of reselling. Some of the goals that I've tried to do are, I've kind of pretty much got there. I've got to the point now where I started a new eBay shop 2 years ago, and I've started listing on there more than my excuse me, my pre-existing eBay shop, which I've had for 20 years, because I was a little bit concerned that I don't think I was shadow banned, but I felt like I'd got a lot of old inventory on there, which was perhaps weighing my shop down. So I've still got that shop, which I do periodically list on, but to be honest, I've got two different levels of shop, and with the amount of items, I always need to swap them over. So I need to make some tough decisions soon. But the new eBay shop, I say new, but it's a couple of years old, is building up, and I'll put a link down in the description. And I'm getting to the point now where it's probably close to 50% of my income compared to Amazon. I'd say maybe conservatively, it's 40%. Now, I do sell more on Amazon, but with their crazy fees, um, the actual, profit margin, it's close to 50-50 between eBay and Amazon, which is great. I want to try and nudge that so I'm more eBay and less Amazon, because Amazon, once again, another year of them, putting their boot on the neck of the little sellers. It's been a tough one on Amazon, between product restrictions, yet more changes to the homepage, which adds more steps when listing via Fulfilled by Amazon FBA. It's been tough. I think Amazon has made it very clear that they do not want small to medium businesses selling on their platform. Certainly, I don't think it's any place for anybody who sells part time at all. It's just ruthless, and just the way that they the way that they sort of disregard pleas for like sanity. With some of the things they've introduced, which I did a video about, which I'll link, about giving buyers a prompt saying, "We think this item is lost. Click here to get a refund." And my item hasn't arrived rate has gone up eightfold. It's huge, and I've had loads of Amazon A to Z claims. And what they are is they're kind of like opening a case on eBay, but what always happens every single time is they're ruled in the buyer's favor. And even though I have got proof that stuff was delivered, it does not matter. The buyer always wins on Amazon every single time, which is why I've wanted to be more reliant on eBay. So I feel like I've achieved that. Now, because earlier on in the year I was pushing this to try and get to that point, now that was also going through pallets of stuff that I've had sat in my unit for a while, and other pallets that you've seen. It meant that my YouTube suffered. And that is one mistake that I have not quite forgiven myself for yet, is kind of between February and June, not really giving YouTube the love and respect that it deserved. And I apologize for that, and I've apologized to you in the past that I took it for granted. I genuinely did that before. I just took it for granted that I put a video out with medium levels of effort, with sort of a thumbnail and some bits, and it'd be interesting for people. And I'm now starting to realize that you deserve better. I deserve to sort of, like, I need some more respect, if that makes sense. Uh, I took it for granted, and so I've made steps to make it better, and which I've talked about before, and that's doing this mentorship program, which agreeably I haven't given it much time and attention with the lead up to Christmas. It's been tough, and I've essentially paid like £100 to do a month of not much, and that's not the mentorship fault. That's my fault. So yeah, I need to get back on that in the new year. So that's one of the goals for the new year, is to re-engage with the mentorship, do a full channel audit, and work out where I can improve, what my strengths, what my weaknesses, all those sort of things really, and be guided through that process, because I'm not entirely sure where it's going to go on this mentorship thing. I've been going through a lot of self-reflection on what I want to achieve, what things I want to show, that will be interesting. So that's one sort of up and down in terms of YouTube. I don't really do New Year's resolutions as such, but I'm always trying to think of the plan of things I want to grow and stuff. And YouTube is definitely on that list. One failure as well this year was in the year before, I built up another business which is about making. I did do a video about it, and I built up an Instagram with people following it, made contacts with making stuff, and it was making products out of recycled plastic and other recycled materials. And it's something that I train at university for. And with spreading myself so thin, spinning lots of plates, I didn't give that as much attention as I could have done, because I had a product that was ready to go, ready to release. I'd looked into getting it on Amazon, and all the loopholes about registering, brand registry, all the things about creating a listing, it just completely put me off. So I decided against it. I kind of semi-abandoned the Instagram for it. And yeah, some of the contacts dwindled. I mean, some of the contacts dwindled anyway because the market very much changed. So yeah, it was a tough one, and it was also an outlet for some of the waste plastic that I got from my reselling business, the DVDs that weren't worth any money, essentially. But I wasn't really getting, because I wasn't buying stuff in, the amount that I got was dwindling. So it was a kind of a self-limiter there. I mean, I've still got a lot. I've got probably around 600-700 kilos of discs, DVD discs to make into stuff. So I'm certainly not short of that. The price of plastic tanked as well, which really affected things. So yeah, I do want to give that a little bit more attention in the new year. At least get a small range of products out onto the market and sort of see how they do, because I was selling them locally at a few shops and stuff, and that's done okay. But I think I've just spread myself too thin. I made the decision this year to take on another antiques cabinet, but this was a vintage shop. It sold anything up to new stuff, £25 a month, and I shouldn't have done it. It's been an absolute failure, and I will do a separate video about that. I just didn't give it the time. I don't even give my antiques cabinet time, and shouldn't have done that as well. I think the reason why that went wrong, and I never did subsequent videos about it, is because there was a problem with the owners that they weren't paying people. I still don't know why. They took 4 or 5 months to pay me for the first month, which is horrendous. They do pay now, so I could stock it back up again, and I'm going to in the new year. But typically, November, December is terrible in most antique centres that I have sold out or know people who've sold out. So the new year is a good time to push that again. So that I'm handing my notice in at the vintage one. I thought it'd be good because I could sell stuff that was newer, that perhaps was like from the 80s and 90s, quirky stuff. But the shop had such weird opening hours. It was open like 10 till 3, Mondays, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays, and half a day on a Saturday. But you're paying £25 a month for that. So, yeah. And they take a percentage on the sales as well. So, not great. The people there were lovely, but it was. I don't think the shop. I mean, the shop's been going a couple of years, but I don't think it's going to be open much longer if it continues like that. It was just nothing was selling, and my next door neighbour was in there, and he came out of there as well. And I should have listened to him at the time and come out at the same time, but I didn't because I was like, no, I can sell some stuff in my head, thinking, oh no, because he was selling things that he made. I thought, no, I should be able to sell some stuff. I just didn't give it the time. So that was one big mistake this year. So I'm going to hand the notice in for that and get out there and then put some more stuff in the antiques cabinet. Now, I still have got stock for that, but I'm going to get to the point soon where I'm going to have to real start digging for more stuff in that place, or be going around car boots and antique shows to look for bits to put in there. So just getting feelers out on what has been selling, because so far what's been selling in there has been the most random stuff possible. So that's it really in terms of home life. Improvement works on the house. I'm intending on building a shed in storage shed in the garden, not for reselling related, but to sort of kit out and have a bit of a like man cave type situation where I can do some gaming from there, because gaming's really important to me. So I'll put a link to my gaming channel below, and I've given that gaming channel a bit of love as well. Another little side quest, little journey that I've been on is my music production journey, and this is something I've always wanted to do. I've always been really into dance music, really into electronic music, but I didn't really give the sort of creation of it much thought. And I've had a go in the past of like mixing and stuff like that, and it's a bit egotistical for me, that is. So it's not something that I got into. But yeah, this year I started a channel. I've got just over 200 subscribers now, and I've been putting out content since the summer, since I think July. I'm about halfway to the monetization point. So that's cool. I might put a link below. I'm not sure if I'm ready for that yet, but if I do, it'll be down in the description. So yeah, that has been fun. I've been putting at least a video out a week, and it's a brand new track every single week. Some of them are rough, they're just me throwing ideas around, seeing what I can come up with. So it's been good. I've got my music now on Spotify, YouTube, as I said, TikTok music. I'm not on TikTok, but the distributor that I go with puts it on TikTok. Apple Music, and somewhere else. I can't think where the other place is. So yeah, that's been good. I just need to get to that monetization point, and hopefully I can, exploit it. But the criteria for being monetized now on YouTube is so tricky. I didn't realize how high the bar is, because it's not only subscribers. You've got to have 1,000 subscribers. We get 500 subscribers, And then there is sort of a semi-monetization point there, but 1,000 subscribers in a year. No, actually, sorry, no, that's a lie. Just 1,000 subscribers in general. And within a year, you've got to have 4,000 watch hours, which is a lot. So, especially for music, when you're doing 3-minute videos, it's a lot. I mean, one of them are videos, my best performing video is like 2 minutes 30. It's a track that I made on my phone when I was I wrote the lyrics when I was on holiday, did a lot of it on my phone, and it's had like 23,000 views. And even with that, and most video, it's funny, I get more views on that channel or per video than I do on this one, which is mad. You know, I've got 200 subscribers on that, and I'll put a video out and I'll get 300 to 500 views, and some videos have had like 5,000 views, 3,000 views. Crazy. Yeah, mad. But even all that added up, doing at least 1 to 2 videos a week, I've only got 1,000 watch hours. So I'm still like, I'm a third of the way there, and I've got till June. So I've got 6 months basically. So I need to do that. Otherwise, once that 22,000 video ticks past that, it's gonna drop. So I need to push that in the early part of the year. So yeah. So if anybody does click on the link, I would appreciate just put it on in the background somewhere. If that would help me tremendously. So yeah, so that's another side project which I've set myself up for. But I said no, I'm going to do a year of weekly uploads on that, a full year, and then if I still enjoy it after a year, if I still got the passion for making bits, then I'll spend a bit more time on a couple of tracks and really try and fine tune those into something that I'm really, more happy with. So yeah, I don't think there's any other side quests that I can think of, but I've probably got a myriad. So my goals for this year, YouTube, both this channel and the music channel, and also my gaming channel. I upload on there. I don't expect that to get to a monetization point at any time soon. I just enjoy streaming on there, to be honest. It's nice. So I'm doing that. Sorting out the antiques cabinets. My rent has gone up, both on all my storage units, my rent has gone up. So I need to get rid of one unit. So that's the goal. Then in terms of business wise, I don't want to stagnate, just feeding off what I've already got. Sort out getting rid of some stuff, whether that's putting it in auction, selling to other sellers, or just throwing it away, because I'm paying money to store some stuff which probably the rent has absorbed its value at this point. So I just need it gone. So get rid of that, and then I can start getting back into car boots, buying pallets again, because I've got a couple, like 3 good contacts for pallets, liquidation, wholesale. So I've got those now, and I don't really want to let that slip, because as soon as you let things like that slip, someone else sneaks in, and then yeah. So I'm determined to get to that point again, because particularly I've had 2 pallets that I got that were really good, and I'm selling stuff from those every single week. If I can get pallets like that every month, oh my god, it will just scale and scale and scale, and I would probably blow past the VAT threshold at that point. So yeah, that's in terms of the business. That's what I want to do. So yeah. But what I need your help with is, what kind of videos would you like to see in 2025? I'm definitely going to do some more car boot ones, because my father-in-law has expressed an interest to go into a couple of car boots for fun. So I'm hopeful that I'll be able to do that. And I've got like a neck mount for my phone. And people who do car boot videos, how do you do it? Because I know some people have got a GoPro on their head, some people got it on their shoulder. I'm thinking shoulder mount, just sort of here on a rucksack. But then obviously, if you're taking the rucksack off, you're going to be so not sure. Let me know in the comment section. How do you film? Because I can't. I just can't be walking around a car boot sale like holding my phone like this. I, I just couldn't do it. It was either rotating or I was conscious that I was like people could see what was doing. I need something without a screen on, I think. And I've got a GoPro and what's the other thing? The one with a gimbal on anyway. Anyway, I'm waffling. But thanks to everybody who's supported me this year. I really appreciate the views, the likes, the subscribes, all that stuff. I really genuinely appreciate it. So I need to think of some way I can give back in the new year as well. I've thought about doing like a series where I do like a audit your eBay shop. Like you send me a link to your eBay shop, and if you want it public or not, we can do that. And I go and check it out and give my advice on whether you think, what can be improved, check this item out, that sort of thing. So that might be something I start the new year with. That's something I've been thinking about. So if you're interested in that, let me know, because that'd be cool. I love checking out people's eBay shops just to see what their banners are, how they phrase their descriptions, if they do any descriptions. Some people just literally chuck it on the floor, take a picture, move on, or some people have a grinning face holding it up. Like there's a bloke that's quite renowned for doing that. So yeah, let me know, or I'll check out other YouTubers' eBays and audit them. So that's just I am waffling. Anyway, thanks ever so much for watching. Once again, if you like this video, check out this one. This one might interest you. And if you're not subscribed, I'd appreciate it as a subscription. And I'll see you all in 2025. Madness. Bye for now.